I don't want big woman.
Yeah, and this is the problem.
I know this is going
Yeah.
the tit. It's going to be a tit off.
Hi, this is Antonia again from the studio, and I'm having lovely chats with my really interesting friends about the things in their lives, because I have the most fascinating friends. This is Marie here, who is a darling and who has had a cancer journey starting a year ago, with all manner of difficult things. So, Marie, my first question to you is, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me, love?
What's wrong with you?
Well, I've got a bit of cancer in my tit, ain't I? Oh my gosh, yeah. Bit of cancer in my tit.
So,
Yeah.
in fact, what's happening to your tit?
My tits. I'm having my tit off on Friday.
Anyone I know doing it, or is it...
No, not one of your relatives or anyone like that. Just the local surgeon. Local tree surgeon.
The local tree surgeon.
No, I got stop this.
Okay, this is really serious.
It is.
Marie,
It's really
Marie,
serious.
Marie.
It's very serious.
Serious face.
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh my god, I'm dying. No. I'm not. Well, we're all dying, aren't we? We just don't want to die as quick as, I want to still be here for another 10, 20, well, 20, 30 years would be wonderful,
Are you?
Oh gosh, it's my phone. Just ignore it. I can't believe it.
Wait a second.
It won't ring anymore and it's on silent, so.
Well, that's good. So we'll start. Okay, so
Let's do it again.
let's do.
Okay.
Oh, that's mad.
It's Mandy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait 1 second.
I'm not going to bother.
We'll start in a second.
Yeah.
Sorry, there was a bit of a
phone thing.
A phone thing going on there.
Yeah.
So back to you, Marie. It is a serious thing.
It is.
What happened to you? What have you got, and what's the journey been?
Okay. So I've got breast cancer, and I happen to have quite a rare breast cancer. It's a triple negative lobular breast cancer. And what that means is it has less receptors than a normal cancer, so it's a little bit harder to treat. So I've been absolutely, I've had loads of chemo, and actually what happened to me first of all was I got diagnosed with cancer back in April last year, and I was all set to go and have my chemo. And then what they did is they did a routine heart scan, and they discovered that I had a tumour inside my heart, which was
shocking at the time, wasn't it?
Absolutely shocking. Yeah. And my thoughts were, that's it. That's it. I'm dead. And in fact, I kind of like I think I must have gone into shock, because it was like it was happening to someone else. And that's what it felt like. So rather than starting my chemo, I had to go straight into Southampton Hospital, and they did open heart surgery. So they sawed my sternum, and they opened my chest out, and they took the tumour out, which was like that. It's called a myxoma or a myxoma, and it's a non-cancerous tumour. It's quite rare. They got rid of that, did me back up again, and I had to recover from that, which delayed my chemo for 6 weeks, which was quite scary, because in that 6-week delay, my cancerous boob went hard, the nipple inverted, and it was really scary, because there's one thing knowing that you've got cancer, but when you can actually see it, it's like, wow. So I kind of like, I didn't even look at it. It was just, I detached myself from myself. It's like I was over here somewhere, just, I can't explain it, but
Well, I remember you. I remember this time where you went in for a kind of routine checks before your chemo, and the next thing we knew, you'd been rushed off to hospital because you had open heart surgery, and everyone was going, "What?"
I know.
You know. And then you came out of the open heart surgery, and you had to wear your concrete.
It looked like a bomb jacket.
Yeah.
Um, and we were having a laugh about that because I was wearing my this. Actually, it's not that. I shouldn't laugh there. So I had my bomb disposal jacket on. Sorry, it was just this blue jacket which is all banded out, and you kind of like Velcro, and it just keeps everything together because I've got this scar all the way up here, and they've got and they wire your sternum together inside, and I've got these dissolvable stitches which I mean it hasn't even been a year yet, so they're still there, and I can feel the knot at the top of my sternum and at the bottom of my sternum here where they've sewn me up, which sort of sounds a bit gruesome, doesn't it? I try not to think about it actually. My friends have watched the operation, not my operation, but on YouTube.
Because they didn't actually do a video of
no
Marie's operation for her own entertainment afterwards.
God almighty. No, that would be like a horror film. So yeah. So they had to switch my chemo round. So I had the weak chemo first and then the harsh chemo afterwards because of the heart operation, and chemotherapy can actually affect the heart. So they switched the chemos round. So I had the first lot of chemo was like I was having it once a week, and it was okay. It was bearable. Um, the losing my hair was a bit weird because I lost my hair after my second chemo treatment, and that was strange, because I decided just to shave my hair off because it started to fall out, and rather than have thin, wispy, balding hair, which actually I didn't want because I think that looks it looks like you're ill. So I thought shave it off, and it went, and I had my eyebrows, and I kept hold of my eyebrows for quite a while. It's only in the last couple of months my eyebrows came out and my eyelashes, and you have my nose hair, no nose hair. In fact, no hair anywhere. It's just like a big bald baby.
Wow.
So it's really bizarre, and
well, you loved your hair, didn't you?
Oh,
before it came out, this was another thing, that you couldn't conceive of losing that beauty. Marie has beautiful, thick, dark brown hair, and it is really glossy and lovely.
I don't know about that. Well, thank you though.
But it was lovely. It was really thick, wasn't it?
It wasn't bad. It was nice hair, and I'd got it. It's the longest it had been. It was nice and long, and yeah. But there you go.
The other thing which I remember a year ago talking to Marie about losing a boob, which a year ago was catastrophic. The thought of Marie, you losing.
I didn't think I was going to lose the boob,
and you couldn't think of it. You couldn't. Your hair, your boob, everything. Like you knew all these changes were going to happen, and they when you were frightened of them, and you were really hoping. I don't know what you were hoping, but you didn't want them. And then they came, and you kind of assimilated it all into your life and what was happening. And now you're having a boob off on Friday, and
yeah, I know. It's I think losing hair, boob. It's all kind of linked with my femininity and being a woman, and breasts and lovely hair. That's what I associate with being a woman. I suppose that sounds so shallow, and it is actually, because there's so much more to being a woman than just breasts and hair.
But I keep mine to, at least as far as I know, and so I take it for granted. You are losing yours.
Yeah.
So I think actually it's not superficial. It's really important.
It is important, but I think the way being alive is important, and so my hair's going to grow back. My eyebrows will grow back. My eyelashes will grow back. Unfortunately, I can't grow my boob back, but it's at least I'll be alive, and that's the main important thing. And my life has become so important and so precious to me now. Whereas I think before all of this happened, I kind of was taking everything for granted. I think I was having a bit. There was a bit of depression, and there was we had the lockdown, and there was a lot of stuff going on. I had people in my life that I probably shouldn't have been hanging around with, and there was a lot of stuff. And I think when I've never had cancer before, and I've never had a life-threatening disease. I've never had open heart surgery before. This all just came upon me, and and there was a lot of things in my life that weren't right. And I think when things like this happen, you start to question what you want in your life. And I thought, okay, I'm not gonna. Now I've got to this stage now. I'm just kind of I've got a little way to go yet. I'm going to have the operation on Friday, and then I'm going to be having I'll have to recover, and then I'm going to have some radiotherapy, um, and then I'm going to recover from that, and then we're going to talk about a breast reconstruction. So I've got a little way to go yet. I need the I've still got cancer. It's there, and it seems weird. That needs to go, and it feels weird that I'm saying I want my breast to go, but that's where the cancer is, so it's got to go. I'll have my lymph nodes taken out as well. Um, so, yeah. Um,
It's it's a lot. It's a lot for you to have experience and still ahead of you, and yet, you. I can say you're strong, and you say you have to be strong. Talk to me about things like resilience um, and and dark moments too.
oh gosh. Well, um, I think that before this happened, I was a strong, resilient person. I got on with stuff, and I had a full life. I was fit, and I regularly did kung fu, and I did meditation, and all the things, a good diet, and all of these things that you're supposed to do to have a good, healthy, happy life. And I still actually got cancer. So it doesn't stop that from happening. And I think I had a lot of stress in my life, as well. Um, I don't know what caused the cancer. I've got no idea. It's it's genetic. I think it's a genetic thing, because my mum had cancer. Um,
Last year.
my mum had cancer last year or the year before, because that's when
Oh
I,
yeah.
because yeah, I know. So my mum had cancer not last year, the year before, and she was diagnosed on the same month, but the year before which is so bizarre. But I don't know what that means. So it's been a crazy time, and I think I definitely have had my dark times. God, I've had plenty of actually dark nights of the soul, and I remember um, my partner Matthew, who is he's been amazing, and he's been very supportive and amazing. And there's been times when I've not wanted to show him how desperate I've felt, and he's been sitting downstairs, and I go up to bed, and I'm literally just laying there in the darkness, and I'm thinking, shit, this could be it. Um, and wow. But just trying to think of how I've got through it. I've had some horrible times, and um, you just have to have some faith. And I'm not religious at all. But I have had moments where I felt like there's been a guardian angel or a guardian, or I felt looked after, and I've had some moments where um, some rather bizarre moments where I've really felt the love and I felt protected, and I feel, you know what, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right, and you have to tell yourself that and stay positive. And I've really I've tried to stay positive, and not always, but I remember. Um, when you have chemo, it kind of really whoops you. And I'm used to cycling everywhere, and walking, and all of a sudden I was breathless, and I'm walking really slowly, and I'm out of breath, and it's all kind of really. And this is the chemo, and I was in we'd gone to Worthing, and I was with Matthew, and we were out doing a bit of shopping, and I said I need to just stop. And I got to the beach, we walked to the beach, and I pulled my headscarf off, and I just laid on the stones, and I just thought, God, I thought, you know what, take me now, I don't mind, I've had enough, just, that's it, I'm done. But you get through it, and you do, and I think it's, yeah.
I've been alongside Marie for this journey. We all have her friends here, and me, and we've seen how hard it's been for Marie. And you've been, when you've been at your worst, you've been your most private, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you need the people around you to stay strong and to be happy. So I don't want to put on them too much, because I need them to be there for me. So that's what I've done. I mean, I do. I have got really pissed off as well, because you do get people that are kind of they're like, oh, how are you, Marie? And they're talking to me as if I'm slightly deaf, or that's it, I'm going to die, and that it's game over. And I can't stand that, because I'm a fighter, and I don't want to bloody die. I've got too much life ahead of me. I thought, fuck this cancer. There's so much I need to be doing and to be getting on with. So I don't take too kindly to people saying, it's like, no, fuck off. And I feel like hitting them, and just like kung fu. So
how do you like people to be with you? What
just
helps
normal.
you?
Just don't just normal. What's normal?
Hello, Marie, how are you?
Hello, Marie, how are you? And just to get me involved with stuff, and just have a laugh. Oh my God, you know what? Laughter has been so important. And I do make a joke out of the most darkest things, and even out of, I have to laugh at, what's going on. It's all crazy, isn't it? And I do. We do have a laugh. I think laughing, and loads of treats. Loads of lovely food, and that's it. Just loads of lovely treats, and yeah.
And people being real with you.
I think so. Yeah, absolutely. Just be real, be yourself. Don't look at me with pity. I can't stand that.
You don't want to be patronised.
I don't want to be patronised at all. Because I'm doing all right, actually, and I do have my dark moments, but I get myself out of that, and people say, oh, you're so brave. Well, I've got no choice, actually. You're either brave, or you get on with it, or the alternative is like curling up in a ball on the floor, going, no, I'm going to die. What good is that?
And the interesting thing is, to someone like me who's not been in that position, I can't imagine how you would have the ability to talk to yourself in that way, and to get out of it. I can't imagine how it would be. Like after After Marie had her really difficult chemo, they would give her steroids, and then
Oh,
she would go
mental.
just go mental, and she'd be like bouncing off the walls.
Well, I just listened. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
That's
It's
your
like I'm on
story.
steroids now, but I'm not, honestly.
But
It,
the fourth day, I mean, after so that's when
oh,
you would just go. Bleh.
yeah. So they with the chemo, you have they give you steroids, and I think it's to help you get through it. So I'm on steroids. I had steroids for the first 3 days of my chemo. um, and injections in my stomach as well, which was rather nasty. And that's to keep I think it's the white blood cells to keep you going and so you heal. I might have that totally wrong, by the way. And then you stop taking the steroids. So on the fourth day, I'd have a massive crash and feel like crap. And I would just be crying and just really
No energy.
no energy, feeling sick, and just I mean it's horrendous, really, because you don't I didn't recognize I still don't quite recognize myself. In fact, I try not to look in the mirror. I only just put a bit of lipstick and draw my eyebrows on, but I try to sort of stay away from full length mirrors. Oh my god, look at the size of the steroids make you put on weight as well and bloat out. So and eat everything in sight.
Bread,
Bread and butter and cheese.
bread and butter and cheese.
Oh, love it.
Midnight.
Oh my god.
Fridge.
Yeah, fridge, midnight.
Even though you're on day 4, the steroids have gone, you made it to the fridge.
Oh my gosh, I know. But it's what gets you through. Um,
Yeah, actually, I
That's
would
what
imagine.
actually, I think I love music, so I whack my music up, and you know what? Listen, I love listening to really. What got me through was listening to really sad songs up loud and going and just wailing, and I'm just getting it out of my system, or laughing, or just just I don't think it's good to hold stuff in. I think it's good to get it out and let go of it. So I think that's really helped me. Yeah.
Which is not something you were able to do before very easily, was it?
Um.
When you look back on it, you ended up keeping a lot of stuff in because you weren't.
I think what I did was uh, yeah, I've always been I was never able to say no to people, and so I'd invariably end up doing stuff that I didn't want to do, and and that was the case, and I've kind of like got really good at saying no. It's just like, no, I'm not doing that. No, 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 and it's wonderful, and it's liberating actually, because you I don't know what it is. You think if you say no, then they're going to think people are going to hate you for saying no, but actually they end up having more respect for you, which is like, oh, okay, that's a surprise. No, I recommend you should do that. Just say no, I'm not doing that. And it's amazing how much respect people, and actually it sorts the wheat from the chaff, because the ones that you say no to and that they end up fucking off, and you think, okay, that's great, I didn't need them anyway. And the ones that are the real good, true, lovely are right there still with you, even if they're right there. So it's wonderful for sorting the wheat and from the chaff out. You sort that out.
That's true. That's true. I'm wheat,
Yes.
not chaff.
Yes, darling.
I'm so pleased. So before we wind up, you've got an art project in mind, haven't you? Because Marie is whether she agrees with me or not, she's a wonderful artist. She's really creative.
Oh, thank you, and so are you.
Well, we both are. We both are. But you've got a project. What's happening there?
Oh gosh, yes. I think that's important as well, is to have projects and to have things going on and things to aim for and plan. It's lovely. That's what you need. So I've got I'm doing an art thing in October. I've got my studio in Bognor. I forgot what I was going to say.
It's going to be on.
Oh, when's it going to be on, or what's it going to be of?
Both.
Oh, right. So I'm actually it's this is going to sound a bit weird. It's about. I'm looking at the Day of the Dead. Well, it's going to be the Week of the Dead, but it's actually a celebration of life. And you're going to be involved, aren't you?
Yes.
And I've got dear Claire, and I'm still sort of planning it actually. So it's going to be a whole week of I don't know.
It's art and talks and festival and your own artwork. This is going to be something that, because you've been too ill to do
Oh
anything
my gosh,
much,
I know,
but
I
now you're
have. Exactly.
planning this work.
So yes, I'm going to be I'm what it's focusing on
On the uplifting subject of
death, the uplifting subject of death
and dying.
and
Yeah.
dying, and avoiding it.
How to do it well.
How to do, yes, yeah. So I'm still kind of like planning that, and it's I'm looking forward to doing that, and I haven't actually done any art for quite a while, so it's going to be really well. I got involved with your show last year, not last year, did I?
Yes, it was
Oh my
last year and
God.
the year before.
Bloody hell!
Yeah.
So despite having that, that was in May, and it was I had the cancer, but I didn't realise I was going to have a heart op. So I managed to slip a show in between between that, and which was, and I think that's so important to have things, some lovely plans and things to do. So I'm I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to getting in the studio and planning all of these wonderful things for October. So yeah.
And finally, what can you share from your point of view, your experience, that might be useful for people to hear?
Let's see. So I think it's important just to let it out, and just to, whatever's on your mind, speak it. I think laughter is really important if you can manage to do that. I've managed to find laughter in the most darkest of times, and it's got me through. It's important to have friends are really important, obviously, and I found actually Macmillan were amazing. Macmillan are amazing. And there's a lot of good charities out there, cancer charities, that will listen, and it's about finding the right cancer charity to help. And if you find the right one, I the one that worked for me were Cancer Now, and because I had a rare breast cancer, they found somebody that had the same cancer as me, and they'd recovered and got through it, and that's important. Talking to people that have actually recovered and got through it. Don't Google stuff.
Okay.
Try to just keep away from. What I did is, when I got my diagnosis, I was told to keep away from Google, and I actually did. I kept away, and that really helped me. And I remember it was way into my treatment. I made the mistake of Googling my cancer and the prognosis, and that floored me, because a lot of the stuff on Google isn't true.
Wow.
So you
Wow.
got to make sure, go to a proper charity, a proper registered cancer charity, which will give you the truth. You don't want to just like randomly look the cancer up, because it's not a good thing to do. So stay away from that, and just Macmillan are brilliant, and there are some wonderful, and they guide you. Macmillan will guide you to the right people to talk to.
Wow. Well, darling, lovely Marie, thank you for talking.
Oh, thank you.
We'll see you again. Perhaps we'll do a follow-up when you've had your operation.
Yeah, well, I hope that's been helpful. I hope it's been helpful.
She'll have a flat part here next time. There'll be a big mound here, and then just...
No, I'm going to stuff my bra, so they're going to be huge, and you won't be able to stop looking at them. I will knock you over with them.
Tell me about your bosoms.
Yes, okay.
Bye.
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 Bye.